Oh, cut that one short, didn't I, folks? Hey, welcome aboard Flying with Mike, folks. Yeah, we decided to kick off a minute early. Hey, y'all can go, at least you're not late today. Well, I am late, but, usually a day after working a shift, I can be. But here, folks, is the 767 from Flight Factor. Uh, really nice bird, folks. Um, Yeah, it's got a couple little quirks. Once you get around them, folks, it's such a piece of cake to fly. It's really unbelievable. So, and we're gonna enjoy. We're gonna fly from Louisville, Kentucky, up to Newark, continuing our Viewer Appreciation Month. And hope you enjoy this one. We're gonna be coming online and flying with VATSIM here shortly. But for now, I just wanted you to get a nice little look at it. Exclamation mark 767 will give you the details on how to get a hold of it if you're interested. And folks, it is available for X-Plane 11 and 12. We are flying, I believe, the latest update of it. It's 1.6.9. But folks over at Flight Factor can yell at me and go, "Oh, that's wrong there, Captain." It won't be the first time this captain's been wrong, so. And it won't be the last either. So, but anyway, we're sitting on the line here with November 162 Fox Echo, and we're just about ready to show you a couple of the quirks in getting the plane ready. Nothing major, nothing like, oh, you got to jump through this hoop to go this way and over this way and then through the river, through the woods, and maybe you'll, well, now that might be how you get to Newark. We're not going to get into that. But anyway, uh, it's not anything outrageous. I don't see where a lot of people have troubles with this plane. Um, for those of you from the FSX days back, maybe P3D as well, um, will know the LDS 767. And to me, I don't see a lot of difference. I say that quietly because I'm sure someone's going to yell at me and tell me them all, which fine, tell me them all. I'd love to know because I have very few problems with this plane. And usually it's because the guy behind the steering wheel did the problem, not the plane. So don't know where all the consternation comes. Unless, of course, it's because it's that other sim. They just won't bring it over to ours. Well, there's a clue. Signs in there's the sign. So anyway, let's hop up in the office here and get to work, shall we? Okay, you like that boarding door closed, folks? Yeah, we're not loading people. I'm not going to change it just because it's cargo. But we will get rid of it. All right, so there you go, folks. 767 300 cockpit. What I remember seeing, I don't again know where all the problem is with people, but hey, I don't fly it for a living, and I don't even see it for a living, other than the occasional time I pull it out of the hangar here in X-Plane 12. All right, so let's do our traditional kickoff to streams and pre-flight. Whoa, did it again, folks. You all can, those that were taking bets, whoever said within 7 minutes he'd hit the wrong button, you win. Um, anyway, so there we are, folks. Sim Toolkit's now up. And again, like I said a couple streams ago, I actually moved it to prevent that. Still do it. All right, so here's NavGraph. Gives you an overview of the flight, folks, from here in the Louisville. I know you're all going, oh my God, why are they routing us so far north to go east? It's one of those right coast things. No, it's the arrival, folks. They don't have many into Newark, and coming in off of SLT here is the start of the Williamsburg arrival. So that's why you go north. All right, so as you can see, Indy Center is online. And we're going to pull up some ATISs here. Actually, let's pull up the ATIS for Louisville as of 1856. No, there's a... Okay, so we're about 45 minutes old here, folks, but it's a variable. Winds here 5. The important thing to take from the ATIS, aside from the weather, so we have some clouds to deal with at 6,000, and it's warm. There's our altimeter. It's the next lines. What are we departing? What are we arriving? So we're in the departure mode, so we're looking at that. Departing 17 left, 17 right. If you are arriving, same runways, expect simultaneous approaches. So if more than one aircraft are coming in, they'll be theoretically coming down both runways. Yeah, that doesn't happen often, folks, unless you're flying with a friend and you decide to do that. Now, real world, that's a whole different ballgame. But VATSIM, that's pretty much been my interpretation of that. And of course, we read back the hold shorts and all of that, verifying we are on Sierra. So if we talk to center, tower, ground, departure, whoever, we are Sierra. Got that written down. All right. And let's move on. Real quick, folks. Just in case, there's the METAR out there, 209 or 209 with gusts of 15. And again, the rest of it you saw actually a little. This is a little old. This is almost an hour and 45 minutes old. So this goes back a little ways, folks. So then let's move over to Newark. I don't think we have anything in Newark. Yeah, it's not bringing up the ATIS. However, the METAR 350 at 8. 10 miles visibility and a few clouds to bother us at 6,500 feet. 31 degrees out there, so it's a little warm in the Big Apple today. And there's our altimeter. All right, so that takes care of that loadout for the day. We got 3 people up in the cockpit. Well, 2 in the cockpit, 1 in the bay. 91,000 pounds of cargo back there, bringing us to the zero fuel weight of 289,730 pounds. We're going to gas up with 36,010 pounds of fuel. Our illustrious dispatch folks have given us a cost index of 276 at flight level 350. So hopefully we can do a little boogly woogly and to get there. Yes, that is an official aviation term. No. By flying with Mike, boogly woogly. So again, 17 left, so that is the far runway. Is that correct? I don't think that's the runway I really want. No, I want 17 right. Alright, so we're going to use 17 right for departure. Only reason being it's an 11,000 foot runway, and I don't have to taxi from here to 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 here. I don't know if that's the route they give me, but you get the point. A lot of taxiing involved when all we got to do is go back, go forward, turn, and we're there. So, all right, we'll come back to this momentarily. So there you go, folks. There's the pre-brief. Real quick over here, if you're, folks, Sim Toolkit is a good product. It's free. You don't hear that word often enough in flight simming. Free. So if you don't have it, folks, it's great to see where you are, see what ATCs are up in VATSIM, see where your friends are, see where everybody is who is on VATSIM or Pilot's Edge or POSCON, IVAO, whatever you want to look them up at, or they can all be on the screen at once. But you also have flight planning tools here, from flight planning IFR to VFR. If you're lost and don't know where you want to fly out of at a specific airport, pull up flight schedules and see where they go from that airport and so forth. It's just really a great tool. We'll get to some of the really snazzy stuff at the end when we do our landing evaluation at the gate, so in Newark. So really, really great program, folks. Cannot stress them enough. If you don't have it, you really ought to think about looking at it and really add it to your hangar or to your flight sim. It really is a good program. You can also add, like you saw, NavGraph charts. Comes with SkyVector. Mine, all of a sudden, I have to always click reset to show it. Of course, right now, it's where the heck is it? Oh, it's down in the Caribbean from our last flight. So all you got to do, if you're not familiar with SkyVector, go here, type in your departure airport, and I did it backwards. Hang on. SDF KEWR. Oh, I did P. Doggone it. SDF. There we go. And there's our route again. We're going way up here to go way over here. So no big deal. And again, I leave it. I like the VFR stuff, and the reason being, I like knowing the terrain I'm flying over. So if I was even going to be an airline captain, which was an aspiration of mine many moons ago, I'd carry sectionals with me when I could, just because I'm always curious what really is below me. When you're in flyover mode, which is 25,000 and higher, folks, you can see the texturations of the mountains and all, but really that's all. But say you blow an engine, now you better know what's below you, and that's why a sectional isn't a bad thing for your route to always have with you. Then I also have incorporated SimBrief. All of this, folks, down here at the bottom, if you have this, can be done with this little cog right here. And I can go in and actually pull up my flight plan. We can go over here, take a look at what kind of significant weather and where are the jet streams. Not the Jetsons, the jet streams. And those of you from many years ago will know that little punny I put in there. And then there's the weather radar. And then there is also, this is all on SimBrief. So folks, you don't have to have Sim Toolkit for this. This is also standalone. You can do all of this with it. There's what the centers will have along the way. We have potentially, well, we do Indianapolis, we have potentially Cleveland and New York Center. Okay. And then finally, my favorite one that I added here is DATIS, U.S. only, and Anchorage, Hawaii, Honolulu, I should say, and San Juan. If it says DATIS on the chart, you can go here, pull it up, and well, let's pull it up because I know Louisville's one. SDF, and there's the real world ATIS out right now. Looks pretty similar to VATSIM. Good planning tool when you're cross country and you're just beginning to think, what runway are we kind of looking for at Newark? And you can pull this up and go, oh, well, let's go to Newark. Let's see, what is Newark real world doing? I have to stress it that way because there are VATSIMers out there in the controllers that like to say, oh, the winds are just not favorable for that. Well, look at that. It's 310. Why are we landing on 2-2s? Poo poo to you too. And that's what they do. So you got to put up with that every now and then. Or their friends are coming in and they want to make it as easy as possible. And then they drop right off afterwards. So one of my problems with VATSIM. So, but nothing. I mean, you can't complain because nobody listens because they're gone as quickly as they came on. So, but anyway, you can see currently real world because we actually had someone arguing this a couple flights ago in Barcelona. Real world. Well, real world is saying this. Well, guess what? Here's what the real world's saying today. So again, nice tool to attach in. All right, and then you get the nice little runway gauge to help you. Oh yeah, look, we are going to have a headwind. Okay. All right, so enough. Let's get going. That's what we're here for. All right, we got to load this pup up. So when you initially come to the plane, folks, I do some things real quick, but you want to pull up your EFB, you can pull it here or pull up the tablet. Either way, puts you at the same thing. When you do it from above, you can kind of point it where you want to go. See, you can't do that when you pull the tablet up. You'll have to then go. We're going to go to ground. Make sure your stairs, your chocks, your LSU, your GPU and your fuel truck, ACU, and loader unit. Believe it or not, these are required to load the cargo plane. Passenger plane will possibly be gate configuration, meaning the stairs won't be needed, so the software knows not to require the bus and the stairs. It's to load the people. What it's doing is making you put the things to the plane that are required to load it. Okay. Now, technically, you don't need a GPU. Technically, you don't need an ACU, but you would need the APU on then for powering. All right. So if you get these all set up, then you go and do your basic set. I always do that. Sorry, folks. Come up here, do your basic setup here. I'm going to get rid of this for the moment, meaning battery, standby power. You'll have this illuminated as available. Click on it. Get your bus ties on. Get your utility buses on. And your Gen Connects right here. Don't mess with these guys in the middle, or you're going to have to perform maintenance anyway. Gonna do it to start with just to make sure everything's good, but if you click it afterwards, you'll have to do it again. Okay, and then I come up, click the emergency lights, get my window heat, get my cabin heat going, or cabin air set up, trim air and recircs on, cabin temp set, and my electronic engine controls and my electric hydraulic pumps. That's all I have to do. This is all optional down here. This is your cabin lighting. And yes, folks, it works. Independence and all of that. So, okay, so let's come back and load the plane, because this is one of those things that is confusing with it. All right, today's flight plan. Let's pull it up again. I know you're not going to be able to see a lot, but we're going to just explain, then kind of show it here. All right, so here's Sim Toolkit again. Let's go to the loadout, which is this one. All right, now what I do is go to payload, get out your $1 million calculator. That's right, folks, it has to be $1 million. If it's a $999,000 calculator, it may not do the computation correctly. No, just kidding, folks. Anyway, get my $9.99 Walmart calculator up here and type in 91730. Okay, that's your payload. Here's where it gets kind of tricky. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of it so you understand where we got the number, okay? All right. You see pallet number, you see cargo weight. My first inclination, maybe yours, maybe you're smarter than me. That's always possible. For every pallet I put on, this would be the cargo weight. That would be wrong. They're actually preset numbers for each pallet you load, and it's 9,800 pounds. So for every pallet you put on, it's 9,800 pounds times whatever number of pallets. So that means we divide that 91,730 payload by 9,800. Gives us 9 pallets, 9.36. Okay, so that means there's that, and that brings us up to a certain number. Then I will take what the zero fuel weight for the flight was. Again, here comes Sim Toolkit. Okay, and I'll then take this number, subtract it by the zero fuel weight here, and that number will go right here from my cargo, which I consider bulk weight. If it gets over 9,800 pounds, folks, guess what? That's another pallet. So it's going to be somewhere between 9,700 and 9,800. Anyway, you get the point. On down to zero. Okay. Then I then put my fuel load for the day. And again, you saw that on Sim Toolkit. Right here. Okay, then I'll stick that in. That goes right here. Then I optimize my CG. And all that's going to do is make sure I have this. Sometimes this number will be really, they'll load them a couple here, a couple here, a couple here, and that. Sometimes it doesn't. You never know how. But when you click optimize, it does that. Exactly what it says. It optimizes the placement of the cargo in the aircraft file so that it is a better CG. And then all you got to do, if you haven't performed maintenance yet, go ahead and do it just to, root out any problems. I've already done it. Load. Tell you the plane is loading. Now, if you forgot something like the fuel truck or the LSU or the loader units, or forgot to open the doors up, it'll tell you. And I can hear it in the background. Now, the next question I get asked a lot is, how do you know it's loaded? Couple of ways, folks. Couple of ways, of course. I'm going to turn the volume up here a little so you can hear it in the background. Okay, when that noise stops in the background, that little clanging and the people noise and all of that, that's one way to know. The easiest way to know, come up to your overhead. This is why I love the 767, 757s. That fuel panel is right here. See how it's climbing and loading at the same time? When this reaches 36, I forgot my fuel off the top of my head, 36,000.0, 36.0, folks, we're loaded. And you'll hear it, the noise stop and all of that. However, while we're doing this, we can continue now on with the checklist. All right. So we've got the batteries on, we got the standby power, again, the ground power is what we're using, so it's now on. Bus ties are auto, and utility bus auto. Gen connects on the outsides open. Do not touch these. I always close the boxes, folks, just so I don't inadvertently click on them. Engine connects on to normal, and the electric pumps on. We could also bring on the demand pumps. Emergency lighting armed. Window heats on. No smoking's on because of fueling. Cabin airs are set to auto, straight 12 o'clock up, folks, for the needles. Same here on the cabin temp. And I've turned the packs on. You don't have to. APU's not running. I just do it, and I see something I did forget earlier. Go to auto 1 since it's an odd day. Let me dial this down to 20. Well, went too far. All right, we're going down to 20 here on the landing altitude so that we're set up for Newark. And I put our ignition to 1 as well. How do I determine? Odd, even. Pretty simple. If it's an odd day, I throw it to 1. If it's an even day, I throw it to 2. And then I make sure my position logo lights are on and that everything else is set the way I want it. Next, we come to the IRS. So make sure your display up here. Let me see if I can't get a better picture of it. Display select is in heading, because what's going to happen when you come down here and go to align, going to get the time to alignment right here. Okay. Align on DC, good. Align on DC, that's good. Align on DC, good. That means you lose your generators, you lose your APU generator. You're still going to have navigation data available to you on the battery. And then there's the minutes to alignment. Nav, nav, nav. So you got 7 minutes, folks. Okay. Now, if you noticed, it's gotten quiet. Don't hear the brakes squeaking, which is kind of weird. I don't remember them putting, unless they carry electric pallets, I don't think so, but even that's not how they sounded. Back in the days I drove, they sure didn't. But the fuel is no longer climbing, folks. It's done loading. And then the final way to tell, all done. You don't see it saying it's loading. Now, I'll come back, take the LSU and the ACU away. I'm sorry, not the ACU. That was bad. And not bad in the sense, oh my God, I crashed the plane. No, I just turned the air off. That's all. Got rid of the loader. And then I'm going to go to the next page. Airplane. We'll close that door, that door, that door, that door, leaving just the one in and out of the cockpit, which is the normal boarding door you get on the plane. All right, so that's pretty simple stuff right there, folks. All right, so now let's get down to the getting this FMC all set up. Okay, it's right here in pop-ups, folks. Love them, love them, love them. See, look at that. Unfortunately, these don't pop up like they did in the Thronda, but you know, hey, at least the more important ones do. All right, so we pop over here, hit FMC. Make sure we're up to date, June 15th, July 13th. I know we're getting close. Couple days, folks, couple days, and we got to update our FMCs. If you're inclined to do it, there's again our model version. Make sure everything looks right. You're on the engines you want, and then go to the initial page. From here, folks, it's just like programming any other Boeing. Except I forgot I could have ran another program. Dang it. Let me get that one up here real quick. Get it loaded real quick. Oh, I could have had this up and ready and I didn't, folks. My apologies real quick. Should be able to put 3 on it in a heartbeat. Okay, let me just pull my zero fuel weight. It needs to be 289,730. All right, 7. All right, and then down to 30. Okay, there we go, 29730, perfect. And we're going to be flying KSDF, KEWR, FedEx 811 will be what I will be here shortly. Okay, that is now set up. I apologize for that, folks. Did not think about that. Put your reference airport in. Now, ZBO guys, PMDG guys, usually you'll go to the next page, pull it up from here. I just go with the GPS. Close enough for me. And then SDF here, KEWR here. I actually have a company route. Oh, KSDF KEWR, mainly to help save time. Oh, poo-poo, where'd you go? I got it right. Oh well. Okay, when it does that, it's going to be the pain that it is, and it should be there as that. Oh well. Then we just resort to uploading it real quick ourselves. FDX 811. Okay. Next page. The route. Actually, let's go to the departure. We said 17 right, STREP 5, and if you're, hang on, let me help you out here. I don't think the route has come up yet. There you go, that way you all can see it. And we'll go back to routing, next page. All right, from STREP, we then head to KLYNE. KLYNE. Next up, washer. Well, washer. WWSHR. There. Okay, now to put the airway in, those not up really on this too much. This takes a lot of the work out of it. You just go here, put your airway in, Q29, to DORET. DORT. And then another airway you see is the J584. And that'll be SLT. Oh, Sounds familiar, like the beginning of our arrival. Activate, execute. Okay. So there's the route, folks. So we'll come back here. And I'm going to do a quick bounce up top real quick. 1 minute to go. I don't like doing the initialization page until we're up and running. So once we see the Earth here and the nav page looks better, we'll get going here. In the meantime, since we're fueled, let's get ready to come off the ground power and ground air and go to internal. To do that, we fire the APU up. All right, APU first off, we'll take, I forget which one. I always forget, I think it's this one. Okay, the APU is coming alive. Still waiting, okay. And then you can watch it right here, folks, building up RPM and exhaust gas, and your oil is fine. There it is, it just aligned. See, you got your Earth, you got somewhat of your nav display. All that is we just need to go to map. Now it'll look right, and bump it up a little bit. Let's go to 40. APU is now at 91. And now it's at 100%. Okay, with it at 100%, the big thing we have to do is turn the gen on. The left and right bleeds are on. The air bleed is, oh, hang on, let me do this where I can see. So I've got the left and right isolation valves on, the center isolation valve on. All we need is the bleed. Bleed air just came up. And we can come back, since we're on the gen, you see on, click on. And there you go, folks. We're now on internal power, internal air. And before we do that, I'm going to come off those units outside. Okay, so again, before you do much, this one is critical. Before you touch the GPU, make sure the APU is in place and that you have it showing available only. Don't have the word on up here. And then the ACU, you're good here, you got it on. And there you go, folks. We're now officially on the internal powers. All right, let's pick back up in the FMC. Let's get Top Cat up here. Okay, this is a great program, folks. Now, it is, I minimized it, hang on. There we go. This is a great program to have. It is payware, like I said. It does give you access for the ability to use ACARs. I really haven't gotten into that much. I do have it online. I just can't get the information I need to pull in, so I do it the old-fashioned way, using the program. So what you would do, if you have Professional Flight Planner X, you can set your flight up all the way down to all the fuel, everything. Shoot it once you complete the flight and activate it and all of that good stuff. You can then export, import into TopCat. All the data will pop in just like you loaded it there. Oh, I didn't put the fuel in. Oh. Hang on a second, folks. 3610. Oh, excuse me, man. I believe it's 1,000 pounds here for taxi fuel. I'm just getting flight plan pulled up. Yeah, it's 1,000. Trip fuel, en route burn 18,815. Okay, and that leaves us 16,000, just under 16,200 pounds. Okay. All right, so then once this is all loaded, you can throw in KIAD. Again, this was manually loaded. This was not brought over. I do have Professional Flight Planner. You bundle the two, you save a little, but they both are payware programs. Excellent programs, and actually pretty doggone close to each other from X-Plane to FSX. I don't know how accurate it is with MSFS. Sorry, folks, don't have it, so I have no idea. I know it gets real close with this bird and sometimes dead on with Zebo. So, all right, so we'll move over to takeoff. Okay, you see our runway, it's incorrect, so we're going to go off the right side. So we have 11,800 feet of runway, 170 degrees. It's got a little bit of a slope. All these things, folks, you can plug in, show you. Then come over here to update the weather. Now you see the winds, 350 at 5, 30, 10, 16. We saw the airport still in South Ops. We're going to fly South Ops, even though it's a 5-knot tailwind. Folks, these planes can take it. My guess is noise abatement. And there's a certain limit they get to before they have to switch it. Okay, then put your flaps, however, thrust, however. In our case, flaps 5, just because, well, you know what, let's do optimum. Usually it still does. Obviously, we don't need anti-ice. If, say, you knew your runway was shortened, you could put those figures in. If you had MEL write-ups that required performance hits, you can edit them here. So they have a few for this one. And I'm not sure which plane this is for, so. And then compute. Okay, so we are going to be able to, it's again, flaps 5. TO, good, because I don't know how to set TO1, TO2. And then we can set our temperatures to these. All right, so let's go to performance initialization. Just like LDS, just like PMDG, folks, if you just click here, it fills it in for you. Otherwise, put the number in. Reserve for the day. No, it's not 16.9. What I go with, folks, is 8,000. Hang on a second. What do we got here? I take the alternate fuel to the alternate and my 45-minute reserve. Okay, so 8.6 plus 6.7, 15.3. So 15.3 is what we're going to run with. Cruise altitude 35,000. Cost index, I believe I said 286, correct? 276. And our cruise wind, yeah, it's going to say that, folks, till we get airborne. Cruise wind day, we're looking at an average of 295 at 38. And I'll just throw it in case it becomes a possibility, but more than likely on this flight we won't step climb. That's more geared if we were going from Louisville to England or Seattle possibly, or Anchorage, or down into Mexico, South America. All right, so there's your initial numbers. Now we go to takeoff. Now you don't have that intermediate like the PMDG 37, Zibo Pilot 737s. You don't have that. You go straight to your takeoff page. Now I'll always just click here just to put the CG again. Okay. Go to next page, folks. Put in that runway wind. You have it there. And on this flight, it looks like 350 at 5. Okay. Slope. Look how it says it. U 0.0. That's how we're going to do this, except it's going to be down. So D 0.2. Reference outside air temperature, I have 29 degrees. Okay. And your acceleration height, 1,000 feet's fine for me, folks. I'm not going to get. Now, next page back. Okay, so TopCat is saying 60 degrees. What we'll put there, and flaps 5 we'll put there, and then we'll see how it works out versus this. Okay, so I said 60, flaps 5. All right, I brought the reference speeds up. Very simple. Click this right here. Okay. And looking at okay, 145, 150. Okay, we're off a little bit, and 156. I'm going to actually go with these numbers. I'm going to go with 145. 140, no, 150. And I'll go with 156 here. Okay, and that's our V speeds, folks. So our safety speed up, if we hit this speed or greater, we commit to flight. Unless it's a super catastrophic thing and there isn't anything, the plane ain't going to go airborne. We ride it out. Prior to it, we should be able to get stopped. V rotate is duh. It's when you start lifting the nose up. V2 is technically to clear a 50-foot obstacle. In this case, if you look carefully at that chart here, it tells you how much runway will be left. 2,130 feet. Will be well over a 50-foot obstacle in that. So it's still way, I mean, the runway will still be the problem, folks. So, but anyway, it's there for us. And then I just click here, and then that way we don't have the confusion. All right, so we are just about ready to go. Let me pull this one up, pull it down, and over. And I hit progress. Reason being, that way it tells me what is my fuel. Right now, 15.8, so we're really close to what I put in there. That's right now. Wait till we get in the air and you'll see that number adjust. All right, so that takes care of the FMC, the general setup of the aircraft. We're going to head back up top now. Okay, reset your selects to what you're used to. Oh, and I can hear people in their happy place. Oh, that looks right now. Oh, thank you, Captain. We sure appreciate you. Our OCD is just now calming down. It's not in the coordinate configuration. So anyway, folks. All right, now one of the check items was the yaw dampers. I leave them off, and I'll show you why here in a second once we're cranked up. All right, so back down here, let me finish up the checklist real quick so we can get ready for pushback. All right, yaw dampers. Okay, so we got the left and right engine continue engine. Oh my gosh, I can't. Give me the airplane, please. It makes it easier. Engine, electric engine set up here to normal. I cannot think of anyway, our electric fuel pumps are on again. Aft, we can turn on our cargo heats, even though more than likely we won't need it. Engine start, it says to both. I like to just alternate between even and odd days. You can also do a pilot. If this guy's flying, it's on that side. If this guy's flying, it's on that side. So captain or left side is flying, boom. If the right side is flying, boom. You know, folks, you work that out in the cockpit yourself. Left and right windshield heats are on. Come down here, make sure wipers and lights are good. Okay, we can't do the test of the cockpit recorder like we did in LDS. Okay, passenger sides. We've got to get that cargo. Settle it down. Cabin altitude controls. Set landing altitude and which one you're going to use. Auto 1, Auto 2. Again, same thing, folks. You can do it. Pilot who's flying, which side. You can do it even odd days, whatever. You guys work it out in the cockpit. It's your pit, you work it out. Equipment coolings, this switch here, it's in the auto position straight up and down. And the chart, cabin chart and dome. Set that how you want. When we're ready to go, we can kill it because the cargo needs to go to sleep anyway. Trim air on, recircs on, your forward, mid, aft cabin. Yes, it's available because yes, at times cargo companies like FedEx, UPS, and other ones carry live animals. So, like humans, we try to, that's why I've got the cargo heat on. You don't, you know, you kind of know what's on below you, but you also, you know, put it on. Now, if you've got frozen goods, you might want to turn these off. So, who knows? Again, it's per your it's per your cargo bill, folks. Way bill, I guess, is the word I'm looking for. And then your cabin temp. Now, if I was to turn this up, look, it's real loud. There we go. All right, APU's running already, all doors. Let's do this. Let's see what's left to do outside. Oh, I didn't get rid of the fuel truck yet. All right, well, let's kind of swing around. Okay, got chocks. Fuel truck, that can go. And once we close all the doors, all right, then you can come back here to ground. Get rid of the stairs. I'm sorry, folks, not very animated here. And folks, other than the chocks, we are ready to go. All right, let me get online here. Actually, no, I don't. Oh, okay. They're playing nicely. Okay, so okay, let me get online here. Sometimes, like I said, they reverse it and really makes it a pain out here. Okay, we can go to 75. We're with FDX. D. All right, and I think we're good to file this. All right, now the airline I'm flying with today, folks, they have some pretty good software, and I'm just getting that fired up here as well. So I get credit with them because I'm about 15 days from the last time I flew, so I like to get in there and stay current. All right, all you have to do here, let me show you just some of the neat and easy software. All right, so here's their ACARS program. The key to making this work, though, for the new folk at FedEx Express Virtual, make sure you've selected a route in the website. That's all you got to do. Just bid on, I call it bid on a route. Boom. Once you have it set up and it's giving you your fuel that it's estimated, your loadout sheet and all of that good stuff, guess what? Hit start. Ooh, that was rough, wasn't it? And look, it broke it down. Then you can go to this page, pop in KSDF, KEWR. I'm going to go ahead and pop in my flight plan just in case. Downlink. And there you go, folks. Nice little strip there. Everything's showing VFR, so they actually have a program there to where you can get badges and stuff to get instrument Cat 2, Cat 3 qualified. And you know, hey, it's, you know, I love it. It's been a great VA. I have been with them. I actually have to check, folks. Sorry. How many years have I been with them? Oh Lord, 89 months. I've been with them 7.5 years almost, folks. So I enjoy working here. It's, to me, extremely laid back. I'm certified in charters and ferry flights, which is what we're doing, although we got cargo, all weather, and Cat 1 right now. And that's just because, I'll be quite honest, it's very hard sometimes to find Cat 3 approaches. Unless, and this was fun, when you were flying an FSX, if you went into Bogota, and almost every approach, folks, was Cat 3 with them. Because some way, the way their algorithms or whatevers, I don't know, worked out, even though it said 2, 3, 4, 500 feet or 1,000 feet, you were flying in the clouds. If you all remember, back in those days, the clouds would be right there on the airfield, so they gave you Cat 3. Flew Bogota quite a bit. Oh, but anyway, they're a fun bunch of guys, folks. Great Discord channel. They got some events from now and then. We were in one from Miami to, well, we went to Anchorage. But, hey, welcome in, Bad Attitude. Welcome in. I hope you're having a great day. And we're just getting ready to push back as soon as I pull up the tug here. Oh, I got to get online. That's the other thing I got to do. In flight, and right now they have only 3 pilots in the air. But there's times where there's 10 to 15 pilots in the air, so they're quite active, folks. All right, so we need to connect. B763. Uh-oh, trying another train run, huh? All right, so we're coming online. Indy Center is 119. What was it, 5? I cleared out of there too quick. We come down here and get that. He already did. Oh, with my pre-departure, I'll come up and get it here in a second. Five 50119-550. Okay. All right, let's see what he's changed on us. Uh-oh, what did you learn there, Bad Attitude? All right, pre-departure clearance call sign. Let's squawk 6224. Oh, you know, I have been meaning to try that out and have not tried it yet. I was wondering if they had that. That is awesome. I've actually never, you know, even when I flew in the real world, folks, back in the 80s with Cessnas and Pipers, I never tried that. And darn it, I'm going to have to do that here just to see it myself. Okay, flight level 350, but it's a key bind. Of course. All right, so Louisville to there, equipment approved. Make sure no routing change. Cool. Departure is with him. Maintain 5,000 and expect okay. Right there, folks, tells us a lot. Let's get here into the middle. First thing I set is V2 plus 10. Whoops, that was not what I wanted. I wanted this. All right, heading 170. Yeah, you are not kidding there. The fact that it is available is awesome. All right, and 5,000. I guess we better get the ATIS. Hang on a second. We still Sierra. Just waiting for a refresh here, folks. Tango. All right. All right, so we have Tango. And advise you have ATIS, and I do. All right. Going to go ahead and call the tug so they're ready to go when he says we're cleared.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go. Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
If he makes me go the other way, so be it. Ugh. All right, here we go, folks. Let's get ATC on. We just need to flip it over. That's what I wanted to do.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
I have 1 Mike Charlie again, hold for release, advise number 1 for departure, and I don't have the hazard altimeter, but the Lexington altimeter is 3002.
All right, so we're set. Parking brake. Louisville, I'm sorry, correction, ND Center, FedEx 811 Heavy at Louisville. Request pushback. We have Tango and the clearance.
GPS, or correction, FedEx 811, push your discretion.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Copy. Push at discretion. We gonna get 17 right or left?
Be 17 right, FedEx 811.
17 right for FedEx 811.
American 1166, clear back to Mears, resume departure.
It's gonna make us taxi.
Direct Mears, resume departure, American 1166.
Did it say there? Nope, it did not. All right, let's get in here. We'll do a quick
maintain 7,000.
change.
350 down to 7,000.
Oh, we are on the right one. Okay, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Cool, cool.
American 1166, Chicago Center is offline. Radar service terminated. Frequency change approved.
Brakes off.
Over to Unicom. Thank you for the
Starting
ATC,
pushback.
American 1166.
And you may start engines.
All right, let me just make sure I didn't miss anything, folks. Doors, packs. Okay, we'll get that for start. Parking brake. All right. Just
66 Victor at Racing, cleared the ILS, runway 23 right.
quick thing for this plane, just like Boeing 737, turn the packs off.
Popper 101, advise the weather and NOTAMs at Butler County in your approach request.
And we're going to go ahead and crank up number 2 first.
Popper 101, we have the NOTAMs and weather, and we'll take the visual 129.
And basically, you're going to build up to the magenta line and then hit fuel. Now you're curious probably why I put us back as far as we're pushing. It's just in case he wanted me to go a different way with my push. So cool, we can go straight ahead. That's what I was hoping for. Hang on, folks. All right, engine is just about stable.
Secured 4610, clear directed dryer. Secured 4610, Delta Juliet Bravo, and that was unreadable. Dryer, Secured 4610. Delta 4280, turn right 10 degrees, descend and maintain 4,000.
All right, we're going to go ahead and crank.
Right 10 down to 4,000, Delta 4280.
should be just about pushed.
For 1158 Indy Center, squawk 6752.
Did I get that right, folks?
Operation complete. Go ahead and set the parking brake.
Popper 101, descend and maintain 6,000. 6,000, Popper 101.
Okay, looks like we've stopped. I think I heard her too. Parking brake.
1158, you're at a contact off the executive 2600. And VFR flight following to international. What's your aircraft type?
Request a flight following to Cincinnati, Ohio.
1158, roger. What's your aircraft type?
EVM 930.
1158, roger. Indianapolis altimeter 29097. You can proceed on course. And VFR altitude, your discretion.
Copy, altimeter. Thank you much. Proceed on course. VFR 5,500.
Sure.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have fun over there.
4280, descend and maintain 3,000.
Thank you for flying with Mike there, better pushback. Alright, let's watch her, get our cues, and then we'll continue on here.
Indianapolis Center, Los, French flight 1355, passing level 338, full level 350.
Frontier flight 1355, Indy, squawk 5660.
Okay, there's the pins.
5660, French flight 1355.
Alright, let's continue here real quick.
Report over checkered.
Report over checkered, 660.
Okay, so left and right hydraulic pumps. Put the engines on. Press and press.
Southwest 1755, I don't have a flight plan for you. When I see one, I'll send you a PTC.
Engine bleeds on. Okay, engine bleeds, then I need the APU bleed to off.
Frontier flight 1755, ready to contact 30 north at Terre Haute to level 350.
And
350, French flight 1355.
okay, we're all set, ready to go. Alright, final checks for taxi. Auto brakes.
Delta 4280, turn left, heading 280.
Taxi lights. Okay. Set and set. MCP, we got the initials all set. Stape trim. Stape trim's going to be 4.7. Okay. And flaps. EFIS controls are set.
Delta 4280, the airport is 10 o'clock on 10 miles, report inside.
Okay, weather radar. Let's go ahead and flip that to on.
Delta 4280, here's the report.
Delta 4280, clear visual approach, runway 18 left.
Okay.
Visual 18 left, Delta 4280.
Alright, we're ready to taxi. Indy Center, FedEx 811 Heavies, push back. We're ready to taxi for 17, right?
FedEx 811 Heavy, runway 17 right, taxi via Alpha and cross the approach into 11.
Via Alpha cross 11 for FedEx 811. And the brakes are indeed off.
FedEx 811 Heavy, runway 17 right, taxi via Alpha and cross the approach into 11.
I hate to set up something. My apologies, had clicked in the wrong place. Roger, taxi Alpha, cross taxi Alpha cross 11 for FedEx 811. Sorry about that.
No worries. Popper 101, descend and maintain 3000. The airport is 12 o'clock and about 17 miles, report in sight.
And if folks, you know how to make it to where the mouse click, no matter which screen I'm on, will keep it, I would love that, because that's where our reverse thrust issues come in sometimes, where we can't get into reverse and we're stomping in on the brakes. Even though,
51 Mike Charlie, you're released for departure.
even though braking distance does not take that into account.
Time now is 2045, and report this frequency, airborne frequency change approved.
Okay. Final checks, EFIS is set, light controls. All right, folks. I think we're ready. Speed brakes.
Delta 4280, runway 18 left, clear to land.
Transponder.
66 Victor is over checkered. We have the ILS. Be able to put it.
66 Victor, runway 23 right, clear to land.
Clear land, 23 right.
X811 Heavy, RNAV to lean, runway 17 right, clear for takeoff.
RNAV to lean. Clear for takeoff, FedEx 811.
Secured 4610, Cleveland is offline, radar service terminated, frequency change approved today. Frequency change approved today,
RNAV to lean.
Wisconsin 6304, Chicago is offline, radar service terminated, frequency change approved today.
Reading Thomas C, thanks for your service.
Number 115A cleared into the Cincinnati Class Bravo airspace, maintain VFR at or below 4,500, the Cincinnati altimeter 3000.
Copy, cleared in.
Got it. Straight
Cincinnati
ahead.
airspace, maintain 4,500 below.
The third every day, Southgate 25 Yankee, Flight 400. Fever 225 Yankee, Indy Center, squawk 6651. Squawk 6651, 225 Yankee. Air 51 Mike Charlie, Indianapolis Center, ident, it might be a second before I get you on the radar, it's a blind spot down there.
Okay. Modeling up here a little, get us turned around.
Air 51 Mike Charlie, radar contact, 5 southeast of Hazard, climb maintain level 280.
Level 280, 5 Mike Charlie.
Upper 101, airport 12 o'clock, 11 miles.
Airport 6, Popper 101.
Number 101, cleared visual approach to Butler County. Report your IFR cancellation in the air on the ground this frequency. And radar service terminated. Frequency change to advise is approved.
Alright, we'll call you on the ground and cancel IFR, number 101, dock unit in.
80 knots, airspeed confirmed.
Delta 42 heading taxi Tango to park today.
Rotate. Positive rate gear up.
Six Victor, where you park? Six Victor, taxi Romeo, Hotel Mike, cross runway 32.
That's 1158, information got it. As long as I get back into ILS, runway 18 to right, and hold this transition just to practice VFR.
1158, sure, you can expect that. Just turn 5 degrees left and descend and maintain 3000. Expect the ILS runway 18 right.
5 degrees left and maintain 3000.
Correct. Remember 1158, descend and maintain 3000.
That's 58 up.
Speedbird 225 Yankee, can't remember if I said it, you're ready to contact 40 southwest of Charlie West, flight level 400. FedEx 811 heavy, departure, ready to contact, climb maintain 10,000, say altitude.
Climbing through, hang on a second. Come on. Climbing through three, call it 4,000 for fly 10,000. FedEx 811.
FedEx 811, thanks, climb maintain, flight level 350.
Was that up to 350 for FedEx 811?
FedEx 811, affirmative, climb maintain, flight level 350.
Continuing to fly level 350, FedEx 811 heavy.
Mirror 6134 Papa, descend and maintain 1000. The Charlie West altimeter 3000. Adam 1000 and 3000, altimeter 34 Papa. For 51 Mike Charlie, contact Atlanta Center 132.907.
Atlanta Center 132.907, 51 Mike Charlie, see you.
Okay.
ND Center, Endeavor 4830 on the ground, listening to bluegrass, came for the eye for clearance to Atlanta.
What was the call sign?
Endeavor 4830.
Endeavor 4830, ND Center, you're cleared to Atlanta Hartsfield Jackson. Airport as filed, maintain 4,000. Expect flight level 340, 10 minutes after. Departure frequencies with me, squawk 7353.
Cleared to Atlanta Hartsfield Airport as filed. I maintain 4,000, expect flight level 270, 10 minutes after departure, and squawk 7353 for Endeavor 4830.
Endeavor 4830, it's flight level 340, 10 minutes after departure. Read back correct and expect runway 22.
34, sorry about that. My dinghy was showing something different.
Hey, 10,000 feet. Go ahead and start the lights off.
Beaver 225 Yankee, connect Atlanta Center, 132.907. 132.907, 225 Yankee.
Center, good afternoon. Citation 750 Romeo Delta with Tango IFR to Dulles, please.
750 Romeo Delta, clear to the Washington Dulles Airport via the Fedra 5 departure, shipper transition, then as
Alright,
filed, maintain
folks, I
5,000.
am going
Expect flight level
to
390,
step outside the
1 after
plane
departures
here
with me
again,
in
so
squawk
might be
3745.
loud.
Okay, Philadelphia, Feeder 5, shipper transition, then it's filed. Climb up to 5,000, expect 390, 10 minutes after departures is due, and 3745 in the box, 750 Romeo Delta.
Romeo Delta, leave that credit.
There you go, folks. November 162, Fox Echo, airborne. Very clean. Look at those X-plane clouds. Wow. I've not heard word.
You're 1158, you're 8 miles from Bridle, turn right heading 150, maintain 3000 till established, clear to ILS, runway 18 right.
Maintain 3000, heading 150.
1158, affirmative, turn right heading 150, maintain 3000 till established, clear to ILS, runway 18 right.
Maintain 3000 till established, not by they come.
Alright, folks. As I was saying, I have not yet heard if X-Plane has released the new update, 0.06. Really some weather things in there I'm looking forward to. So, anyone know the status or anything? Would love to know it. I know with the last, excuse me. Not sure if it was 04 or 05, which is, we're on 05 right now. They had fixed anchorage. It had a
34
real
Papa, 2,000 feet per
bad
minute or
slope
greater in the
on it.
descent.
That has been
We're at 2,700 now.
better meshed in.
That'll work, thanks.
Still some areas on the ramps they could work with, but you know, we'll get around those.
Indianapolis Center, November 5166.
But
Thanks for all your help today.
the weather
Take
is
care, see ya.
one of the big things I look for. You know, it's default, so I don't look for it to be like perfect, because I realize people have different systems than mine. Mine is not as powerful as some of yours, just like some other people with us folks don't have as powerful as I do. So they have to balance that with what they put into the sim, and I get that. And I appreciated that when I had lower running performance computers. So, all right, there's 18,000. So basically we have to, that's the bad thing here. It's not,
Indianapolis Center, Bopper 101. Bopper 101, Indy. Center, Bopper 101, looking to cancel IFR on the ground at Butler County. Bopper 101, IFR cancellation received, good day.
all right,
Have a good
so
one, thanks for your help, Bopper 101.
now we're not
Code
moving it,
1355, Memphis Center is offline, radar service terminated, frequency change approved, good day.
so we're not moving the needle too much here.
Over to
But
Unicom,
quickly set the other side, just click the little set screw and you're good here. Folks, the other set screw you saw me click here, that's for Toga. So it's a nice thing that you don't have to worry about binding to your key, to your flight stick, flight yokes.
FedEx 811, clear direct to DORET.
Copy direct, what's the name of the fix?
DORET, DORET.
Copy direct DORET for FedEx 811 Heavy. Hang on a second here. I'm not sure, as you can tell, not sure of that one. Oh, right there.
Indianapolis Center, November 11-5, established on 18 right, Cincinnati.
1158, runway 18 right, clear to land. Cincinnati winds are 240 at 10, gust 14.
Thank you for the winds. Copy and clear to land 18 knots.
All right, well, that's going to put us basically on our straight in to SLT. All right, so now we got to start looking ahead.
Andy Center, this is Endeavor 4830. Will I be getting 22 for departure today?
For 4830, affirmative, runway 22.
Alright, we're expecting you for Endeavor 4830.
November 789 Sierra Whiskey requesting VFR, local VFR. Aircraft type is a Cirrus SF-50 at Lexington Bluegrass.
Alright, 789 Sierra Whiskey, are you going to depart the class Charlie or stay within the Charlie?
Stay within the Charlie for November 79 Sierra Whiskey.
Are you doing patterns or just local stuff?
It's gonna be patterns for November 79 Sierra Whiskey.
Okay, 789 Sierra Whiskey, let's see, squawk 72, correction, squawk 7326, maintain VFR out or below 2,500.
Squawk 7320. Maintain above or below 2,000 feet for November 79 Sierra Whiskey.
789 Sierra Whiskey, just maintain VFR at or below 2,500, squawk 7326.
7326 at or below 2,000. November 79 Sierra Whiskey, sorry.
789 Sierra Whiskey, your read back correct. It'll be runway 27, just advise you're ready for departure.
All right, we are now direct DORET. Now I'm going to pull up my charts.
6134 Papa, Washington is offline, radar service terminated, frequency change approved, good day. Unit gone for 34 Papa, see it.
It doesn't cut much off, but it does a little bit. So that helps. Gets us up here, and then we'll head down to SLT, Williamsport arrival. That's what I was trying to think, Williamsport. Okay, and then we'll be coming in over Slate Run. Okay, so. And the verdict here at Newark. Don't have an updated. Here we go, 2051. 310, they are still landing and departing on the 22s. Let's see if VATSIM's going to play that way or not. Yeah, yep, they are. So the 22s. All right, so 310.
Air 1158, you can taxi Bravo, Kilo, hold short at runway 18 center.
Bravo Kilo 18, hold short 18.
All right, so what did I say? 22 left. So, that'll work. All right, so I've got it set here chart-wise. Now I just want to go ahead, watch my climb out here.
5% of 1158's got to check out. I keep losing connection, man.
And no worries, we'll see you.
Thanks for the help. Good job.
Okay, we're all set. Now, nav display that you're seeing is terrain radar. Over here on the co-pilot is weather. And I need to
Indy Center, citation 750, Romeo Delta, 1 short of Echo at Atlantic, ready to taxi with Tango. Romeo Delta, 17 left, taxi via Echo. 17 left via Echo, 750 Romeo Delta, thank you, sir.
All right, folks. Well, again, welcome aboard. And I have been remiss most of this trip as we've been climbing out. We're about to level off. Folks, if you exclamation mark ticket, put you into running for a gift card. It is Viewer Appreciation Month here at Flying with Mike. And what that'll do is get you into running. We have a gift card we're going to raffle off. Last flight of the month. Don't know what day that is right now. Do I have my schedule up? Let's see. I haven't even figured out what that flight will be. Okay, looks like either, well, I haven't determined.
Indy Center's closed in 10 minutes.
I haven't determined yet what will be that last flight date. For now, I'm going to say the 27th. It's a Thursday. But we
750 Romeo Delta, RNAV drop, runway 17 left, clear for takeoff. RNAV drop, clear for takeoff 17 left, 750 Romeo Delta, thank you.
So, anyway, we're going to give away the gift card then. So, more than likely, Amazon will be the provider, and that makes it easy to just simply email the CEO. My wife has said that's really simple to do, so that's what we're planning. So but again, exclamation ticket, everyone's who put in for last time around, hey, you're able and willing, or rephrase that, you're able and allowed to do it again today, and if the system doesn't allow it, well, I'll make it allow it. I'm writing your names down. I'll throw them all in a hat, and we'll draw them out at the end of the month. But it's just my way to say thank you to all of you who support the channel by just watching, either by watchings, actual subscriptions, you know, however, folks, thank you so much. You're who made us an affiliate 2 years ago. It wasn't this guy behind the microphone, or, as I like to say, that loose nut behind the wheel. No, it's you folks that put us to becoming an affiliate. So, all right, there's the level off, folks. Real quick checks here are seatbelts. Yeah, that means, yeah, we're going to let the cargo go wild and crazy back there. And we're just going to kind of sit back, relax, and enjoy. We got about an hour to go, and we'll be on the ground then in Newark. What we've been doing, folks, is patterning this month's flights. Hang on a second. Oh, nose is still in heavy drain. We're patterning this month's flights to destinations people take on vacation. What is July to most people? Vacation month. Not to say other months are, but you know, a lot, especially a lot of people in the U.S., kids are out of school. Kids aren't due back until August. So what? July, right in the middle. Let's hit the vacations. And that's where we're trying to go to popular places. We've been to, let's see, we went to the Greek Islands.
0 Romeo Delta departure, radar contact, climb maintain level 3900, say altitude.
Up to 390, passing 3,000.
Let's see, let me just back it up here. We'll go through it here real quick. We visited Philly to Sarasota, hitting the Florida beaches. We've hit Reagan National. That was a challenging flight. That took 2 days to actually do, folks. And no, we did not do it in the tri-motor. No, we had an engine fire, unexpected engine fire that crept up on us.
Citation 64 Mike Charlie with you, flight level 430.
64 Mike Charlie in Eastern, hello.
Went to Barcelona out of Liege, Belgium. And then over the weekend, we popped a
Sierra Romeo
surprise,
Delta, clear direct to shipper.
surprise island hopping flight with the amphibious Thronda 208 Caravan. And folks, I'm going to tell you on that
There's
note,
aircraft in East close in 5 minutes.
on that note, I highly recommend that aircraft. That was some fun flying. We did a water landing. Went from St. Martin to St. Bart's. Thought about the attempt at Saba Island. Folks, if you like short field landings, Saba Island TNCS, I believe, is the IKO. There, folks, that little triangle we flew were just simple 20-mile legs, about 40-minute caravan flying, and they're both very challenging approaches. I am going to try Saba Island again, not on a stream or anything, just with the caravan, not with floats, to even see if you can land it 900 feet. Yeah, you heard me say it, folks. Just under 1,000 feet. Yeah, it was. I looked at that runway once I found it and went, oh my God, there's no way. And off we went to St. Martin. All right, and then we're going today to the Big Apple, because a lot of people in the U.S. do go to the Big Apple. Tomorrow's flight, folks. I've actually been looking forward to this again. Been a while since we've been to this airport we're flying to, but we're coming out of the highest the airport at the highest elevation. It's an international airport. Now there are airports higher than it, but at 13,000 feet MSL, we're going to depart out of there
Intentional aircraft,
for
district.
Sapalo.
4 Mike Charlie, thanks for checking on, but I'm closing up. Your radar service is terminated and frequency change approved. Good day.
Already, como here, for Mike Charlie. Thanks.
FedEx 811 Cleveland Center is offline. Your radar service terminated. Frequency change approved.
FedEx 811 copies. Thanks for the ATC. Have a great one.
Romeo Delta, you're...
All right, we're going to come off so it gets a little quieter. All right. So yeah, I am really looking forward to tomorrow's flight. We're going to, now I said Sapalo and I can hear, oh, that's a boring air. No, we're going to Congajas, the SBSP. I'll let you all look it up and go, ooh, yeah, short runways. So, ought to be an interesting arrival. I know a lot of people go to Sapalo for vacations. Then we're going to do a Reno to San Diego. Honolulu. Now, folks, this is another flight I'm touting. This is the actual date, well, as close as we could get to celebrate the day we became an affiliate 2 years ago. And we're going to do it in grand style, so to speak. We are going to fly a approximate 9-hour flight from Honolulu, Hawaii to Tokyo's Narita Airport. It wasn't long in being open with Pan Am, but Pan Am did get to enjoy it for about, not even a decade. So, but we're going to do it in the Fearless 747. and we're going to do it with virtual Pan Am. So folks, mark your calendars. I'd love for y'all to come up. We may bring Discord up. We'll see. I'm always hesitant and leery in doing that because people sometimes don't check their language at the door, understanding that younger folks don't need to hear that. And when that does happen, that's it, I mute it. So we'll see. And if you're offended by that, hey, I'm not going to say I'm sorry. That's on you. All right, then we've got some other flights planned that I haven't released yet. Destinations of Seattle. We're gonna go. Help me out here. VLOC recommended a African safari. I didn't think about that one for a great. Yeah, people do like that. We're gonna head to Rwanda instead of Tanzania. And it's part of a tour with Mac Air we're going to fly that with, so that'll be fun. And I don't know if I've got anything past that yet. Oh, and then we're going to go from Corfu, which is where we started our first leg at, to Salzburg. And then I'm kind of still looking for places to go. So folks, our Discord channel, I see the invites up there. Been there for a while. Let me put a fresh one up because I may have new people. And head on over there, folks. We have a place, flight suggestions. Love to hear them, see them. Tell me ideas tell me where you go on vacation. Tell me places you like to go or would like to visit, more aptly put. I would love to see it. Put it here in the chat or head over to our Discord channel, put it in there, and become, join in our growing Discord family. So we have other destinations we're working on, folks. I'm just struggling to come up with them because the Big Apple kind of was a stretch to me. Now, I liked Sarasota. That was a neat one. Now, got a couple others in that flavor. We got Seattle and San Diego here in the U.S., Honolulu and Tokyo. Australia. Tell me some places you'd like us to fly in, preferably airliners, but we'll look at it and see. I have some ideas. Maybe we'll hit the... we're also got an aircraft over in Guam, so we can work out of there too. So just, help me out, folks. Love to get some more destinations in. We still got a half a month to go till we hit that raffle. I haven't even put together how I want to end this for this month. What kind of flight am I looking for? I don't even have that in mind yet. I have an aircraft type now in mind. Now I just gotta put the logistics of it together, because the problem is when I come off shift, folks, I'm usually getting to bed late, don't get much sleep, so that's why it's such a late start. And to my friends in Europe, if you're listening, God bless you. I get how late it is out there, but I sometimes just need extra sleep in order to get on here. So but then the next day I can usually kick off a lot earlier, hence how we're doing the 9-hour flight we're doing from Honolulu to Tokyo. So, all of that said, thank you, folks. Again, this doesn't happen except with you all. All right, I am going to get quiet here. We're going to start planning our arrival. We still got 158 miles to, what's it called? DORET, sorry. So that gives me plenty of time to get the arrival put in and the runway. So you'll be able to watch it as we roll on here. So and we'll chime in here and there where you know, appropriate. So enjoy the ride, and thank you again for choosing to be a part of Flying with Mike. All right, folks, just kind of scanned ahead. They're still calling to 22 left for the approach. So let's get to planning this, shall we? Ooh, that was close. Clicked the wrong button again. There we go. All right. Let me kind of come out here. So where we're headed, folks, is right up here. And then as you can see, we'll turn on course and head down. All right. We look at NavGraph, it's a little better. Well, kinda. I'm in the wrong spot right now. It is set up currently chart-wise. All right, so you can see what we shaved off, folks. It's maybe 5 miles, 10 miles, but hey, it helps. If it gets that wind a little better at the back end, hey, who knows? You get a little faster going. But again, DORET's where we make the turn and start headed to Slate. It's not Slate. Slate Run. Yes. All right. So there's our approach. Okay. And hang on a second. I am going to try and make this, well, usable. Let's try. Hang on, folks. There we go. All right, that way you can see it as we plug it in. How's that sound? I'm gonna get my laptop going here so I can really see what's going on. Welcome to Anthony 28679. Hey, thank you for the raid. Wow. We sure appreciate you coming aboard. And for the follow. Thank you so much, sir. Megabit Tig, welcome in, sir. Raiders, welcome aboard. Sure appreciate that. That just great. We're flying the 767 here for good old FedEx. And Newark is our destination. Richie Rich01, first time chat from the Raiders. Thank you, sir. It's going great. Great day, great stream. Had great control from Indy Center. Just the loose nut behind the wheel having troubles again keeping the mouse on this screen, and it's always up on the other screen. Anyway, y'all don't need to hear all that fun stuff. All right, so what we're getting ready to do here, Raiders, is do our approach brief into good old, hang on a second, while I get this better set up so I can see how you're seeing it. Cool, looks good. All right, we're doing the approach brief and programming the FMC at the same time. So we are going to be cleared the Williamsport 3 arrival. Okay, so we will, oh, we're on SDF, that's why. All right, there we go. FQ slate run. Oh, I hate my allergies sometimes. I think everybody says that. Then we're looking for the next page for 22 left. And we'll go ahead and go with pattern and then execute. Okay, coming over to legs. Zorbo. I believe that is our last fix. Hang on, let me close that out. Yeah, Zorbo. Okay, so slate, run, there, execute. All right, now the big thing we're going to need to be watching here are the altitudes, because this thing descends you kind of, sometimes we'll use another major aviation term here, wonky. You are 100% correct there. The 400s can get to looking a lot like 777s and 747 cockpit layouts. So, yeah, I do too as well, Anthony, the 767s. All right, so we're going to get back on our original thought process here. All right, so Williamsport. So we come over slate run. And I have, by the way, flown this, folks, VOR to VOR. And I've been pretty close to hitting my marks like I'm supposed to. So we'll fly FMC for now. We're going to be coming into New York approach for here shortly. Well, once we get past Rocky or Penn's, one of the two. All right, so the goal here is crossing Rocky at 13. Crossing Sweet at 7,000 feet. And as the note here says, late evening hours, 2300 to 7 o'clock in the morning, you may crumb higher, or ATC. Right, then we'll hit Broadway. Everyone wants to go to Broadway. Not me, but, you know, hey. Then we're going to head up here to the ILS, or yeah, the ILS chart. Okay. going into Liberty on the 22 left per the D-ATIS. Again, here's your D-ATIS. And you can do this, folks, en route at this website. Now, it's only U.S., but hey, it helps get you thinking what you're going to be preparing for at your arrival airport if they have D-ATIS. So 22 left ILS, that's where that came from. All right, so, and again, see it says D-ATIS. All right, New York approach tower and ground. May or may not be right frequencies we get. It'll be whatever. ILSQ is the identifier for the localizer 1087. We'll get that set down below. Final approach course 219. Kind of see it briefly there. Buzzed. A little bit below the chart here. We got to be at 1,500 feet. On the glide slope. Decision altitude today is 211 feet. MSL 200 AGL. Folks, it's the same point in the sky, just how the number is related. We'll get a good look at that tomorrow when we come out of El Alto. I'll try to remember to pull up an approach chart so you can see where the differences come in. Okay, if we have to do the missed approach, hope you've been reading, because I'm going to just go on from here. All right, so there's where buzzed is, just about 5 miles from the runway. Here's what we're needed to come in for a ILS approach, SA Cat 1. Actually, I'm sorry, this is just the normal ILS. And of course, transition level, like everywhere in the U.S., 1,800 feet. Actually, North America. We make it simple. Europe, be on your toes. Those things change, folks. Okay, Ezeco, gimme, buzzed, and then 0.2 for the runway. And you can see 225 out here to Kilma, and that's where we hold. Okay, coming on down, we'll get our altitudes. Zico at or above 3,000, descending to 2,500. Then we'll descend to 2,000, and then be at 1,500 at the Pirates treasure map mark, where the treasure is marked. Got to be on the glide slope. Track it in. You're only going about 5 miles, folks, so it's not a long haul. Don't be surprised if you're on the ILS glide slope back here. Okay. My goal is to try to be on it as far out as possible so we can use it to help slow up. And I haven't computed this yet, but I'm thinking right around 140, 150 for the approach speed. We'll see. About 800 feet a minute's what that equals out to. Okay, approach lights, if we're in bad weather, which is not expected. All SIF2s and PAPIs are on the left-hand side. Be careful, folks. These runways are very close together. Make sure you line up on the right one. And, not like Seattle, be careful not to line up on a taxiway. Alright, there again's our minimums. 211 and 200 AGL, so as long as the clouds are above 200, we're good to use this chart. If it's below 200, we go to the Cat 2, Cat 3 chart. RVR, 18, we're Class D, and a half mile, or half mile. The only difference is if the touchdown light, center lights are out, and we have our flight director, autopilot, HUD, we can drop to from 24 on the RVR back to 18. That's what this is noting. Okay, so that's the charts here, folks. So let us look over here real quick. I'm going to go back to our arrival chart. There we go. Oh, did not like that. I was not expecting it to do that over there. Okay. Racky at 13. Wow, it's pretty close to start with. And Sweet at 8,000, also very close to start with. No, 7,000, right? All right, so Sweet will be 7,000. And Racky just went up, so let's go to 13,000. Then we do our vectors from Sweet up to pattern. And I am going to leave it as this, folks. Reason being, however ATS decides to vector us, more than likely will not be a straight line to pattern. So, more than likely they're going to send us to Teterboro and turn us in on the ILS. That's how I frequently come in here. We'll see. Also, folks, there's a hilarious video out there with New York Approach. And I think it was JetBlue. Not meaning to pick on JetBlue. I just the one I think battling over what speeds mean on a chart. I don't think we had any on here. But if you get like at 220, they really do mean it, folks. Otherwise, they got to adjust people's speeds for your speed. So, anyway. So there you have it. Now let's get our approach speed real quick. So those are looking good. And for that, let's first see if... Alright, so we see that. Let me bring in Top Cat. Again, this pay-where item for those that weren't here to start with. We're going to come over to the landing page now. And let me just look at our flight real quick. Oh, find it there. Estimated landing weight of 3059. That looks good. Okay, and I'm looking right here. So let's do an update. 310, 33 degrees Celsius. There's our altimeter, 2986. We're going for 22 left, 10,000 foot. I'm going to go ahead and put us on auto land, and we'll go brakes 3, but we'll see. We don't need anti-ice, flaps 30. All you got to do is hit compute. And 146, folks, that's close enough for government work. We'll take it. All right, so 145. Now, if we get rid of Top Cat, bring back Sim Toolkit, head over to our ILS approach. We're going to be right about here. I'm going to call it 800 feet a minute. So, if for some reason you're not picking up the glide slope, folks, if you maintain about an 800 foot a minute descent, you're going to be at 145 to 150 knots. You're going to hit that 3-degree glide slope they're saying here. Missed approach at the DME 0.2. So 0.2, that's in pretty close. So doesn't give you time, so. All right, we're about to come over DORET. Let's clear that out for us. And let's pull up this FMC. We're 153 miles out, folks. So now's a good time. Grab a drink, some popcorn, and enjoy the ride in. If you're so inclined, you can put a prediction in for the run for the landing. I'll just do it that way. If you follow that format, the exclamation mark, the word predict, and a -number, you'll have a prediction in. All right, let me get my heading set. The reason I get this as close as I can, folks, sometimes you'll hear it on VATSIM. My FMC is just screwing up. I know sometimes why it does that, but you know, it happens, folks. Punch the select button right here on the 767, 737, guys. It's right here. The rest of them, it's been a while since I've flown them, so I don't know. Saturday, you'll get a chance if you join us, Honolulu to Tokyo, to see 747-200 action. That's what we're flying for Pan Am. Again, Raiders, thank you for being a part. Smash that follow button if you're new and you like what you see. Love to have you aboard. So we're just going to kind of sit back here for a few minutes and enjoy the ride to top of descent. All right, folks, just needed to make a quick run to the lab before top of descent. All right, where are we in relation to it? All right, a few other things I forgot, remiss here to tell y'all that just rated in here. Exclamation mark ticket will get you a ticket for the raffle we're doing on the last flight of the month. Don't know yet which day that will be. It's really gonna kind of boil down to how when I come off shift, folks. It can be really, that's why we're a little later than today. I need usually a nap because I'm up so late at night and up so early in the morning. So I haven't yet put a firm when we're calling the end of the month here. Tentatively, I would say the 27th, which is a Thursday, but I don't know. I don't know yet, and I don't know what kind of flight I want to finish it off on. I, of course, want to finish it off with a bang. So, but anyway, exclamation mark ticket will put you in the raffle. I will go through at the end here, look at making sure I got everybody. Every flight we fly this month, folks, you can come on and type that, and I'll put you in the running as 2, 3, 4, 10, 20, 80. Well, you can't get 80, but you get the drift. I'll add you in, and then at the end of the month, raffle it off by just pulling it out of a hat. And whoever it is gets themselves a gift card. I haven't even figured out the amount yet. I'm thinking 25, but it might be 50. And probably with Amazon, because of it being pretty much a global thing, we can get that out to most everybody. So via email, make it simple, and you all can then, I can say thank you. Because folks, it's you all that made us the affiliate 2 years ago, not this loose nut behind the wheel. And it's my way also to say thank you to all of you, be it a follower, be it a subscriber, or just the guy that comes in, kicks on, and watches. Thank you. You're all so valued here. We thank you so much. All right, let me just... Oh, I see. Philly is back again for a second ticket. All right, sir. Welcome. Welcome, sir. And I'm going to tell you something, folks. If you're into putting scenery into airports out there, one of the best sceneries I've come across. Now, St. Louis has a phenomenal one. I don't think I have the X-Plane 12 version, but for X-Plane 11, folks, it is out of this world. However, in X-Plane 12, 98% of it works. You just don't get the little Metrolink train going from the terminals around. But other than that, folks, spectacular. But the one that right now leads the list, well, actually, there's two. And we're going to go with Philadelphia. That is one dynamite scenery, folks. Although Atlanta's Nimbus scenery, oh my gosh, that one's also phenomenal too. So I don't have all the pieces to that though that I need to install. So, but it is, they're both right up with each other in, oh my God, are they great. I think it's the auto gate I have to get put in on mine. So, but Philadelphia, folks, is just, you get not only the airport, you get the railroad that runs, I guess, in between the parking garages. It's been so long since I've been in that airport. I don't remember. It's just an amazing piece of scenery, just like St. Louis was. I mean, I live in St. Louis, folks, and that is today how Lambert looks. I wish they could roll the clock back about 20 years ago with TWA and when they had all the jetways on Concourse C and D. Oh well, you know, I get it. It's 20 years ago. I get it. I'm an old fart. So, but anyway, so those are two sceneries. So Philadelphia, just amazing. So. All right, top of descent is on the nav display right here. By the way, this is terrain radar. This one over here, which I'm going to go ahead and just put here, is actual radar, weather radar, which time to time shows up, but it's not the oranges and yellows and all you're used to. It's the greens, which if you watch the show Mayday, you found out there's a reason why they're yellows and oranges and that in the radar displays instead of the greens. It's a crash down in Georgia that caused that to change. All right, so let's get into our top of descent checks. Right, seatbelt signs. Yeah, we better get that cargo settled down back there. You know, they've been partying pretty hard here on this trip. And you know that light will stop it. All right, so let's get over to the initial reference page again, and we're on it. Set to 144. There's our ILS. Let's go ahead and plug it in while we're here. You do it right here with this radio. What do we need? A front course of 219. Okay. And skin 30 degrees flap. VREF is 144. So plan our approach speed right around 150, 155 speed coming down the glide slope, and looking for the best landing we can do for y'all. Auto brakes. Let's go ahead and set them to 3, even though we kind of need to get down the runway to get off to FedEx, but we'll get off wherever. And EFIS controls set. Let's take a look at them. Hang on a second, folks. Make it easier on us. I'm going to go ahead and display the data, or for those of you in Airbus language, the same word here. Data is constraints. Terrain following and terrain radar and weather is what we're set for. Decision altitude 200. All right. And at the and we get our descent point, which is going to be 13,000 feet. All right, currently approach is online and they are 2855. Go ahead and set that up. Okay, Newark approach 128.55. Oh, it's Newark. Oh, cool. Now, I have to ask this, and I usually drop offline when they do this kind of stuff. If it says Newark approach, are they going to still control you to JFK and LaGuardia? I don't know. Love to hear in the chat. Those of you that like flying out here. And I'll be honest, I enjoy flying JFK. I actually really like LaGuardia. That may be coming up. I may have to do another flight up here. I don't know. All right, we're real close to top of descent now. We are showing about 18 miles. I am going to go ahead and dial us down to 13. Okay. Now, to do a descent in here, this one is set up so you have climb, cruise, descent. If it just says VNAV, folks, click VNAV, next page to get to the descent page. It'll look something like this. You may also see the word forecast here. That's where you would put your transition levels. Here, it's right up here. Make sure that's 18,000. Raki is 13. We match 13. And all you got to do is click descend now. Other versions, sometimes you click here. The 737, of course, you have intervention switches. So, you know, just pay attention to the version you have, folks. And we are starting our descent currently at 1,000 feet a minute. And should be in New York City in probably about 15, 16 minutes. And I want to check something here real quick. Here, let me bring this up. For those of you not familiar real quick with Sim Toolkit, which is what I use a lot, let me get rid of this. You can see how it overlays weather, VATSIM. Well, this is on the flight summary. Let me bring it over to the live mode. Live map. Okay, so here's the live map. You can see all the ATC, all the weather, all the people here on VATSIM in the US. Of course, if I widen it out, you can start to see the mass over in Europe because it's their prime time. Okay, here we are. These are all VATSIM. This guy is Sim Toolkit. And the weather is up here in Toronto. So we've got a good weather day coming in. Now, if you bring in NavGraph, now NavGraph Charts 8, this is the latest, greatest they have. The latest update to Charts 8 has now brought what I've been waiting for, the weather overlay in. And it, again, showing you no weather here, but you can see it up here. So, outstanding. It helps you if you're trying to figure out what you're going to do. Can't wait for winter time with it. But yeah, there you go, folks. You can overlay the weather with it. All right. So again, thank you all so much, Mega Bitig, for the raid with 7. We sure appreciate you, and Anthony for following us. Look forward to seeing you folks tomorrow's flight. I wish I could have flown it today. I know, I'm glad I didn't. It's about a 3 to 4 hour flight. We're going to be going from the highest international airport in the world, elevation-wise, of 13,000 feet. We're going to be going down, not to the lowest, but to Sao Paulo, Brazil. Now you're all going, that ain't nothing big, whoopee-doo. Congalhas, CB, or SBSP. So Sierra Bravo, Sierra Papa. Folks, it's the original and shorter field. It's kind of like going to Chicago in a way, where you got O'Hare with its big, majestically long runways and wide. And then you got Midway. Well, that's kind of how this one is, except a whole lot busier. That's what we're going to fly tomorrow. Been a while since we've been in there, and I know we have a few people from Brazil, so I was had to find a good vacation point for them, and I thought, you know what, Sao Paulo. I know a few years back they had the soccer cup there, much to the dismay of a exchange student we had here, especially the team that beat his from Spain. Yes, I rub it in. USA. USA. Anyway, so hope he's listening. If not, I get it. So, but anyway, we are on our way, folks, to sending now. Pretty good rate. We'll watch our speeds and make a Rocky at 13, or Racky at 13. You can see the half semicircle here right over Racky. Then we'll set it for 7,000, and between them two will be on approach. And if we it's transmitting on Unicom. Hope it's not FedEx 811. Not sure who Endeavor 4981 and what he's talking about. Must not be us because he hasn't said anything to me. All right, so FedEx 811, they're descending to 13,000. That way he can ping me if it's me. Okay, so we're through 24,000. I'm gonna make sure we got the wing lights on, we got the seat belts on. Here we go. Yeah, I am really looking forward to tomorrow's flight. As is Saturdays. That is gonna be a blast. But yeah, El Alto, folks, sits at 13,100 something feet, the highest international airport in the world. All right, let's look outside. Kind of tough to tell, folks. We are flying over the Appalachians. All right, folks, couple of quick announcements. The exclamation mark ticket, if you have not put your name in the running for the gift card to be given away on the last flight this month, shame on you. No, exclamation mark ticket, and the winner will get a hold of and work out the details of getting the gift card to you. Also, exclamation mark the word predict. And then a space and a negative number will get you into a gentleman's thing of, you know, who's guessed how well I'll land. I don't know. Well, I put 300 in, folks. Sometimes I'm way over, sometimes way under. And then finally, folks, exclamation mark 767, so you can get your grubby paws on Flight Factor's 767-300. Now, granted, I'm flying the ultimate version, I think it is, to get the freighter, the 200 and the freighter with it. So, otherwise, if you just like the 767-300, you know, stick with the basic one. All right, we're through transition. $2986. All right. Okay, not a big move on the altimeter, but to make the altimeter over here the same, just click the set screw and they're both the same. Unfortunately, the standby one here in front of the captain, you got to change that one manually. Okay, brakes 3, set, and set. Okay, we are ready to go. All right, one of the things coming out with the next, hopefully with the next update for X-Plane 12.06 when it comes out, cirrus clouding, which will be really cool to see how they go with that. And you see these, what are called, we call them pyramids in X-Plane 12. They believe they figured out what is triggering that effect, and they if I read it right, said there's a fix for it. So looking forward to that. Okay, we're coming over Raki, just about 13,000, so we'll continue on to 17. I'm sorry, correction, 7. Freaking out ATC, you better not go to 17. Got a long way down if you do. Okay. Oh. Now we're picking up radar returns? That doesn't seem right. I didn't think so. Alright, so I'm going to dial down to T over here. Yeah, we'll keep it like that. Okay. Alright, looks like we are going to have to slow it down.
Traffic.
Okay, we just got called on traffic. Get a nice wing look here, folks. Not really sure where approach picks us up, if they're even still out there. Says they are. Oh, we're going to have to disconnect. Looks like we're going to have some frame rate issues. Alright, that happens occasionally. Been a while with the 767, so I've been in a lot worse clouds than this. So, like I said, folks, go back to my original argument, why they build sims the way they do sometimes. Then I'll just go ahead and go direct. That was a bummer. Getting fast. And I hate doing that to approach. I was kind of looking forward to seeing what they had in store for me, but they also don't want the frame rate issues either, because it makes things weird, I guess, on their scopes. Okay, so we're about to make the turn. Oh, we are making the turn at Sweet, heading out to Pattern. I'm going to go ahead and okay, we'll just make a nice slow descent to 4,000 while we start getting things all tuned up. Double check our frequencies. .087 219 7219. Again, folks, thanks for being a part of Flying with Mike on this run to Newark, to the Big Apple, so to speak. Glad to have you aboard. Glad for all of you to be here. Hey, if you're new to the channel, you like what you see, we'd love for you to smash follow. More importantly, we are in Viewer Appreciation Month. If you would hit !ticket, that'll get you in the running for a gift card. We tried to do this last year and work just decimated my viewer appreciation month. I think I worked, I don't even want to even remember how many overtime shifts I pulled out there. And it wasn't just me, it was all of us, just worked to the bone. And so this year, or looks like this year, we'll be able to carry on and make Viewer Appreciation Month reality. We're giving away a gift card. So if you want to be in the running, right now, tentatively, I'm making the 27th of July our last flight for the month. We'll see. That's a Thursday, and don't even know the flight yet. I'm working that on that as through my mind as we're thinking, as we're flying. So, but exclamation mark ticket. Long story short, get you in the running, and every flight we fly, folks, you can enter the contest. So, more tickets, more chances to win the gift card. All right, let's go ahead and begin slowing down to 220. Almost there anyway. Okay, cool. All right, so we're coming up to Patton. Patton will make the turn there, and it probably pretty close to wings level. We'll turn on the ILS, so we'll slow then to 180 as we make this turn at Patton to join the ILS. And that is, how far of a run is that? 7.2 miles. So, and we're just below flap speed, so I could kick us to flaps 1 at this point. Hence the high angle of attack. All right, and so again, welcome aboard. Thank you all for being a part. My apologies for having to disconnect from VATSIM, but frame rates were at 20, and I didn't want to possibly drop off the net anyway, being forced off by the 20 frame rates limit they have. That attitude flight is going well. Hopefully your train ride went well. No derailments. All right, we are closing in here, folks. I forgot about this view, folks. Compliments of V1 simulation showing me that in a bus, and I like, this is going to get in a lot of aircraft. Ooh, Kodiak flying down in Papua New Guinea. That is an outstanding area to fly around in. That would be some good caravan flying too. Oh, sorry folks, got a frog in the throat. just won't rivet out of there. Okay, let's see. Coming up on pattern. Once we do, we'll switch into approach mode, descending to 3,000 in the turn. Ooh. Reality expansion. I bet that's pretty cool. All right, we're gonna flaps 5. Why is it doing 2,000 foot descent? There, you got a nice shot of New York City ahead of us, folks. Alright, we're slowing to 160 here as best we can. That is one of the problems that I run into, is getting this beastie to slow down. Gear helps a lot. I got a runway in sight. Alright, Newark Tower, FedEx 811 Heavy. We are ISO inbound ILS 22 left. Alright, let's see where we are. Flaps. Glide slopes on. And then to arm the spoilers, folks, all you have to do is tap. Good. Go ahead and turn off radars so that we can see better. And gears down, 3 green. Airplane's gonna be mine. Alright, airplane's mine. Another notch of flaps should be full. Gotta love that billow up they do because of the added lift. Little bit. There we go. Kicking it around here.
1,000.
All right, there we go, folks. Setting up on the crab. There we go. Back on glide path. Stable landing.
500.
Flaps are full, right? Yep.
Minimums. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
All right, folks, welcome to Newark. A little bit of a long run. There we go. Man, that's not bad. Put us pretty close to where we needed to be. As soon as we clear the runway, we'll clean up and then taxi over to FedEx. I think if I've been to Newark yet in X-Plane 12. For some reason, it actually looks different. All right, we are clear of the runway. Hang on. Real quick, brakes off, down. Right. Already killed the radars. We did that en route. Oh, I thought that one came down. All right, well, let's see how we're going to get over to FedEx. Again, welcome in, folks. Hope you all enjoyed the ride. It was actually kind of fun from Louisville over here. Granted, FedEx per se does not actually fly this route, except in a charter configuration. They would go, I guess, to Memphis first and then up here, which is kind of weird, being this is also a hub. But hey, I don't make those rules. Right, 215. I'll take it. I'll take it. Sold. I don't know if it'll do me. Okay, we'll have to do the air. All right, so we can go straight ahead. Okay. Sort of, kind of. Hey, we're cleared up all runways. Here's what we'll do. Go ahead and make the left here. Iowa Scotsman, welcome aboard, sir. Just arrived into Newark if you missed it. We will do some replays, hopefully, if the replay machine will allow us. And folks, that is actually a utility that comes with X-Plane 12. I know other sims you have to download a replay type machine, install it, and then on your flights, start it where you want to start your replays from. X-Plane, it starts from the time you signed into the sim. So right now in X-Plane 12, I don't know what the parameter is, but every now and then we're unable to do rewind. So that's okay though. Sim Toolkit gives us a lot of data too. So, all right, let's come on into FedEx here. I have always wondered if here at Newark, if when you pull into these spots like right here, and this one here, if you're able, if you're like right up to it, it's like a jetway for cargo, if you will. Because I sure as heck can say you can't put a cargo thing in there next to the plane. I could be wrong, but sure doesn't look like you're able to. That would be cool. Little too fast. Hey, it sure looks like it, doesn't it, folks? Loaders. Little rampies running under my plane. All right, I think that's as close as I want to get to the building, folks. All right, we're in. And I'm just kind of curious. Hang on, folks. That is pretty close. I wonder if they could, because you notice where the movement line is here, folks. To get inside there, you're right up against this building. Now, how the heck they push you back is another story, unless it's underneath the roadway there. All right, well, let's get this beastie shut down, shall we? We forgot to turn the APU on, so we'll get that. Okay, we're going to go ahead and let the cargo up and about while we get the APU fired up. All right, folks, again, it was a fun flight. We're going to take a look at it, hopefully, in a replay. Left and right flight directors can be turned off. And speed brakes are down, flaps are up, and APU is coming on. About halfway there. Transponder standby, even though we weren't able to come online for the landing. My apologies, folks. But that's why VATSIM puts that policy in place. Okay, parking brake set, engine selectors will go off here momentarily. There's 100%. And okay, we're going to go ahead and flip those engine switches to off. All right, and they are winding down. Let me get back on engine here. Brake temperatures, by the way, looked outstanding. Fuel cutoffs, fuel pumps to off. I was right, it was that one. Okay. And basically, they usually make it the fuel pump the easiest to get to, a mechanic once told me. The IRSs can be turned off. Plane is set. We're not going to unload. Instead, we are going to hope to do a replay. But first, Sim Toolkit. Talked about it. I want to show it. Here it is. We're right on the FedEx ramp. All right, let's come up to flight summary and finish the flight. All right, 1 hour 50-minute flight, 215 feet a minute. I don't know the winner, but congratulations to the person that did guess the closest. All right, here is what I love about Sim Toolkit. Volanta has this, folks. It's just not as, or at least I haven't checked it of late, as thorough as this one. This is where I think Volanta kind of stops. Okay, so you get 1.7, so we kind of thumped it a little bit, and 143. Hey, folks, that's real close to VREF. That's actually VREF. So we did a good job there. Of course, 22 right is what they had us designated on. So, really? Okay, so things are a little screwy here. Of course, they're going to say 930 feet off the center line because it was lining us here. Did not catch that, folks. My apologies. Oh well. We'll improvise, shall we? All right, so you've got a displace threshold. You're not supposed to land in here. However, landing starts right here, just like here at the, okay, so the blue dots are good. So we traveled 2,200 feet down the runway. Each of these hash marks, folks, are 500 feet. So it gives you an idea how much runway you've used. And as you reach the other end, what's coming up. Now, you're lucky in the fact you have a displaced threshold. You're allowed to use it for runoff, just not to land on. It's for takeoff only. So I could have got on the binders, folks, and got off here, crossed, and, did my thing over here. But I got off here, taxied up here. What did we do then? Then we came across here, and we just went for this area right here. Okay, so really, the numbers look outstanding, folks. 220 should have been 218. I know I was trying to get it back out of the crab. Oh well. 3.1, not bad. We'll see how that looks. Overall, really good numbers here, folks. All right, let us try. That's very close. I'm thinking you could bring it up and that could come out. That's pretty cool. All right, we're looking good. Let's give it a try. Possible. Uh-oh. And she crashed to desktop. Oh, well, we tried, folks. Dang it, I would like to have seen it. All right, hang on a second. Let me get a page up here real quick. Folks, I want to thank you for being a part of Flying with Mike. Wish we could have replayed it because I would have liked to have seen it. But it is what it is. And oh, crud. Please tell me it recorded. Hang on, folks. I may have screwed up in another way. Oh, no. Hang on, I gotta check. I think I lost my flight. Oh, darn it. That happened. It's been a while since I've done that mistake, and may have paid for it. To do it again, I think. Oh, I do. Well, bummer. Yep, I should have pressed stop. Oh well. Well, that happens, folks. Doggone it. You think you broke your Kodiak. All right, well, folks, yeah, it happened. These, great flight, great landing. I didn't even get it recorded with FedEx, which was the goal. So, folks, I hope you all have a great day. We'll be back at it tomorrow. Like I said, we're coming out of El Alto. Starting time, we're aiming for 1600 Z. So y'all are going to have to do the translation to your time zone. For mine, that's a roughly 11 a.m. Central Time start. So we're going to come out of El Alto, again, as I've said, along the whole flight. Highest international airport in the world at 13,100 some change feet above sea level. We're heading over to Sao Paulo. Congongas, I don't know how to pronounce that thing properly, so not the major airport there. This is the original with the smaller runways. Again, analogy I like to use, and sorry for insulting you all and using Chicago for that, but O'Hare would be analogous to the new international airport. The airport we're flying to would be analogous to Midway, with shorter, they both have shorter runways, a very short runway. So we've been there one time before with X-Plane 11. This will be the first time in X-Plane 12 to Sao Paulo, Concalis, Sierra Bravo, Sierra Papa, if you want to look it up. All right, folks, we're going to wrap it. I hope you all have a great day. And again, exclamation mark ticket for the next couple of minutes while we exit out of this stream. And we'll see you all tomorrow. And again, folks, if you join the stream tomorrow, do it again. Exclamation mark ticket. The more you get in, the more chances to win. So for now, God bless. Hope you all have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow. And gotcha there. Bad attitude. I'm not sure the gift card will fix the Kodiak. You may have to talk to an AMP mech, but good luck for you.